For us, innovation is the brand in addition to the product. It's the design of the shopping and the usage experience in addition to the functional attributes or benefits. It is the business model. It is the way we go to market and the supply chain. It is the way we create a cost structure so we can deliver delightful new products at affordable costs, at affordable costs, at affordable costs.
Procter & Gamble is the 8th largest corporation in the world by market capitalization and ranks 10th in Fortune's most admired companies. The company traces its roots back to 1837 when William Procter, a candle maker, met James Gamble, a soap maker. It's interesting that the two might never have met had they not married two sisters. The 19th century was extremely profitable for P&G, and 22 years after the partnership formed, they had hit $1 million in sales. During the American Civil War, P&G won contracts to supply the Union Army, so when the soldiers returned home, they had exposed themselves to millions of men, which aided their growth. By the 1890s, with the advent of electricity, households were beginning to rely less on candles and more on electricity. Thus, P&G started to focus more on soap, and by 1920 stopped selling candles altogether. After World War II, P&G became synonymous with innovation, and in January 2005 acquired Gillette for $57 billion, their largest strategic move to date, making them the biggest consumer goods company in the world, surpassing Unilever. In 2007, they ranked as the 18th largest company when measured by profits, and today, 11 of their billion-dollar brands are the number one global market share leaders of their categories. Procter & Gamble has a track record of innovation leadership that stretches back several decades. They compete in more than 20 product categories, often with 2 or more brands in a single category, and hold over 28,000 patents. They believe that innovation matters for 2 reasons. Firstly, innovation is key to improving the quality of life for people in every part of the world. And secondly, innovation is the primary driver of business, financial, and economic growth. Innovation must be consumer-driven. It benefits human beings and therefore should be inspired by and focused on their needs and aspirations. For P&G, innovation is not invention, it's the conversion of a new idea into consumer delight and ultimately into revenue and profit. To do this at P&G, they have defined innovation very broadly: what it is, where it comes from, who is responsible for it, and how innovation is managed. This has important benefits as they are creating innovation opportunities because they are looking in more places, working with more partners and trying to meet more and more needs of consumers. For many years, P&G generated most of its growth from within, for instance hiring the best talent in the world. However, in 2000, CEO A.G. Lafley saw that P&G couldn't meet its growth objectives by spending greater and greater amounts of R&D for smaller payoffs, and had not had a breakthrough innovation since 1985. So he changed the approach from the invent it ourselves model to the connect and develop model. The switch to a more open innovation describes a 21st century paradigm in which firms work with external partners to both commercialise their internal innovations and provide a source of external innovations that can be commercialised. The connect part allows the company to collaborate with suppliers, competitors, scientists and entrepreneurs, while the develop part allows the improving and marketing of proven technologies, packages and products. Today, there is a global network of about 2 million researchers, scientists and entrepreneurs doing work in areas relevant to P&G business. Less than a decade ago, only 15% of new products had an external innovation component. Now, over 50% of products include ideas and technologies from outside P&G, and as a result, R&D productivity has increased by 60%. Defining innovation broadly is necessary but not sufficient to lead P&G's game-changing innovation, and there is also an end model for making innovation intentional and disciplined, repeatable and reliable, which involves 8 core innovation drivers. Choice of strategies, where to play, how to win. Stretching goals. Goals influence every other choice. They are made to be stretching but not unrealistic. Unique core strengths. P&G's ability to leverage a few core strengths: consumer understanding, branding, innovation, go-to-market capability, and global learning and scale. Motivating purpose and values. Their purpose as a company is to improve the lives of the world's consumers with branded products and services which present opportunities to innovate and grow. Structure. They organize for innovation with different structures to meet different innovation needs. Mix of systems. The innovation process at P&G can be broken down into 5 major processes. This is P&G's simple process, an idea to launch stage gate model: discover, design, qualify, ready, launch. Innovation culture. Innovation requires a culture that is purpose-driven, flexible, trusting, open, and collaborative. Inspiring leadership. They develop innovation leaders that are globally effective who motivate through intelligence and empathy.
P&G aims to innovate at every point where brands touch consumer lives, as well as in every point of their business, not only in product and packaging, but in communications, cost structures, business models, and much more. By using one of its core capabilities, collaboration, P&G successfully links ideas from sources both internally and externally. The company used SGI supercomputers to create virtual prototypes of product packages and test them, thereby eliminating the need for first-round physical prototypes. P&G spends more than $5 million a day on research and development. They develop the product by keeping in mind the quote, "Consumer is boss." They have developed an approach called the reliability technology, which has led to both bottom and top line growth of the company. This comprises of manufacturing improvements which enables operations to maximize throughput and or minimize costs, and also improve capital productivity, which is a structured approach to design and start up reliable lines. This diagram shows P&G's organizational structure where they innovate at every aspect. This shows how innovation flows through the company to the consumer. And lastly, innovation at P&G is driven by the intensity of competition from rivals such as Unilever, L'Oreal, Colgate, Kimberly-Clark, and Johnson & Johnson in order to remain the brand-building leader of the industry.
Imperial XL Gel is P&G's most recent sustainable innovation product that combines many of the aforementioned innovation strategies. Product development began with consumers living in their homes and shopping with them in stores to study the needs of society and the marketplace. Internal and external ideas helped to develop a washing powder that cleans just as efficiently at 15 degrees as at 40, resulting in reduced environmental impact and substantial electricity savings. During product engineering, materials and ingredients were reduced by 20%, and through their state-of-the-art in technology and production, the gel is now sold in 150 countries.